Mm, mm. Okay. What is up, guys? This is Stu. It's another episode of the What the Fuck Gym Talk podcast. I just cracked a fresh guinea for this one. So I haven't done this in a minute. Right? I haven't like just sat here and impromptu throw the camera fucking on and riff off the dome on something that I just kind of learned about within the fitness industry. I think the last time I did it was on the exponential, the article that came out exposing exponential, all the crazy shit Anthony Geyser was doing. Anyway, so I'm on Instagram, just minding my own fucking business, right? Just hanging, relaxing at the end of the night. And I see that Crunch Fitness is getting shit on like crazy over this ice thing that happened with the memo. And I'm going to give you the full background and everything. But as I started getting into it, I just started getting so fucking annoyed. And so I'm like, hold on, before I flip the camera on, let's do a little research on this. So I feel like 70% confident in the information I have. And if I'm fucking off, oh well. It'll at least be entertaining. But let's talk about this. Are you guys familiar with Crunch? Crunch Fitness. Crunch Fitness is a big box open gym model. They have done an incredible job. They kind of snuck in during the era in which open gym big box models were dying down. So like when the Gold's Gym and that legacy Gold's Gym model started to decline as group fitness increased, there was this void in the market for a while, and Crunch just kind of snuck in there. They're not a premium. They're not an Equinox. They're not a lifetime. They're not charging $320 a month. They are still, they're not Planet Fitness, but they're not Equinox. They kind of sit right there in that middle tier, and they're really nice facilities. If you have not been into Crunch, especially their new Crunch 3.0 models, which are just way more emphasis on, I've been the ones that have 12 to 15 Olympic weightlifting platforms, really nice Alikio barbells, the whole deal. Their Crunch 3.0 model is very strength and functional fitness forward. It still has all the selectorized equipment and, isolation and cardio decks and the whole thing. But they've just done a great job. It just like just to again, I'm an industry guy. I like knowing what's going on in the industry. I have colleagues and friends that are within the Crunch system, and just to highlight a few things Crunch has done. So they're ranked as one of the fastest growing privately owned. They're not on the NASDAQ. They're not publicly traded. They're a privately owned company, and they've had 90% revenue growth year over the past 3 years, which is pretty fucking wild. Company-wide, Crunch has over 3 million members across 500 locations. And they're a franchise model. So it's not like they don't have a lot of like one-off franchisees. They do, but like they mainly have groups, like, a group of individuals, a holdings company that owns many franchises. And one of those franchise groups, CR Fitness Holdings, which is their largest franchisee holding group, that one alone surpassed 1 million members. And they've got a backing of about $350 million to add another 100 clubs. So like the growth of Crunch is really impressive if you're in the industry and you're seeing these guys that kind of snuck in here in the middle and really created a middle tier price point open gym model with great equipment, nice facilities, all of that. So that's Crunch, all right? Now, here's what happened, okay? We all know the ice stuff that's going on. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this out there, and I want everyone to understand this. My personal way I like to live my life, I do not watch or consume the news. The way I know when things are going on in the world, I either see something on the feed on Instagram or a friend tells me. I believe that if something is so fucking big and crazy in the world that's happening, that news will hit me. If a meteorite is going to come from the fucking sky and hit us, I'm going to know it because I'm going to see people panicking in the streets. If the president got fucking assassinated, I'd know about it. People would go fuck. If 9/11 2.0 happened again, I would know because it would be around me. I would see people freaking out and I would know. All the insignificant news, like there's a lot of insignificant news, never hits me. I never know what even was going on. And my life is so much better that way. And maybe that's like the ostrich, ignorance is bliss, put your head in the sand. Like I just like living my life in a more positive fashion. I don't do politics. I don't fucking vote. I don't complain. I kind of look at it like I don't like certain things and I like certain things. But the way I look at kind of like I did with COVID. Well, that sucks. We're all shut down. Well, we're all shut down. The playing field's even. right? For the most part, unless you're in Florida or somewhere. But anyway, long story short, I don't do politics. I don't get into the news stuff. Again, I have it. I have a social media account. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. There was a big ice raid period that happened here that was really heavy. You know, yeah. So I'm not oblivious to it. Okay. With that being said, I also am very much like during COVID and George Floyd. I'm not a gym that's gonna. I didn't throw up the black square. If anyone remembers, like this social pressure to do it, to say a thing about a thing that happened that was really shitty, and you got to say a thing about it. I've never been that guy. It's never been my business take, but I don't judge anybody who is. Just like I would appreciate if nobody judged me if I'm like, what the fuck, you're uninformed. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, you should give it a try sometime. It's kind of nice. FaceTime video. No, can't do it now, babe. All right, so anyway, the ice thing's going on. And there was a Crunch location. I'm going to go ahead and do a little screen share here, kids. God, this is so fucking good. All right. So here we go. So this is the Business Insider article. I like this one the best. Crunch Fitness responds to backlash after ICE memo from a Texas franchise leaks. Okay. So this is a Texas franchise. From what I hear, it's more of a red state than not. But whatever, ICE memo from Texas franchise leak. So this ICE memo, all right, gets leaked, right? Someone at corporate sends it to an employee fucking puts it on TikTok, whatever the fuck, however leaks happen, okay? And then everyone on social media went insane, okay? The memo, which was leaked in a now deleted Reddit post, I fucking Reddit. It's the other reason I don't need the news. If you have a Reddit account, you're good to go. Reddit post last week was issued by Austin-based Undefeated Tribe Operating Company LLC, which is a franchise holdings company, and they operate 40 of the company's 500 gyms. All right, according to recent press releases. In the memo, the franchise said its policy was to cooperate with any law enforcement officer, including ICE. I'm going to show you the memo here in a second, okay? Under a subsection titled What to Expect During a Raid, the franchise told the employees that some ICE raids can last hours and could include searches of offices, lockers, or computers. All searches that legally, I guess, I'm not a fucking lawyer, but all searches that would require a judicial warrant. Staff were instructed to contact management, keep the members calm, and tell them not to interfere with the agents. The franchisee and its owner did not respond to multiple requests for comment. Right? So they got a bunch of criticism online. They got just crushed. We're going to look at some of those comments and stuff as well. But I went ahead and this is what Crunch posted up afterwards. So this thing gets leaked. I'm going to show you that memo in a second. This thing gets leaked. And Crunch has to make a response. And this is where I feel like a lot of companies fuck this up. I truly believe that these two-dimensional, just like a post summarizing it, is hard because there's no tonality. I truly feel like, and how I'm going to think about this if I own the Crunch, because I'm not going to lie, this memo that went out, I probably would have said something similar. And I'm going to talk about this in a second. This is the post they made after this whole shit show leaked memo about ICE. Crunch is, and if you're watching on video, good for you. If you're just listening, I'm doing my best. Crunch is, and always has been, a place for everyone. Recently, an internal memo drafted by an independent Crunch franchisee has raised questions. The memo was intended to provide clear, practical guidance to employees in the event of an unannounced ICE visit, with the goal of promoting calm, clarity, and safety in what can easily become a stressful and uncertain situation. That memo has since been misinterpreted. Its purpose was preparedness and safety, not partnership or participation. Solid fucking line. They ChatGPT that. Like all businesses, Crunch follows the law, but only to the extent required. Our focus remains on maintaining a safe, respectful, and welcoming environment for everyone in our gyms. For more than 37 years, Crunch has been built on inclusivity, positivity, and a no judgments approach. That hasn't changed. Hashtag no judgments. By the way, I really think Crunch needs to get off the Planet Fitness dick of the no judgment thing. Like, what's wrong with judgment? What's like, again, like, it's what I love about brands like a Metabolic and like that are like, No, we kind of judge you. If you show up late to class, you can go fuck yourself. If you don't like lifting heavy, eat a dick. That's not word for word what they say, but like, again, if you're an open gym model, is it better to kind of, be attractive to everybody? Kinda, but then look at Equinox. You ever see Equinox's branding? Equinox's branding makes you feel like, hey, if you look at Equinox's branding, you're instantly turned off. They're like, I feel like their branding is saying to you, you poor. Like Equinox is a wildly expensive gym, and their branding is so fucking. It feels almost like so exclusive, like an eyes wide shut version of branding. It's wild. Some of the trucks that they pay that drive around, like New York City and LA and Chicago, their big Equinox locations, their flagship stores, they are they're wild branding. I've done some videos and stuff on them. You should check that out. But I hate this no judgments thing. It just fucking annoys me. Anyway, with all that being said, let's look at the fucking memo. All right, let's dial this bad boy in. All right, so let's go ahead and let me see if I can zoom in here. All right, yeah, this is probably as close as I can get. All right, so I'm gonna move my face a little so you guys watch it on the vid. All right, so this is ICE Visit and Raid Front Desk Quick Reference. Remember, who is this? Who is this being given to? It's being given to the fuck off front desk member, like employee, getting paid $12.50 an hour. Some poor 17-year-old kid who's in between cleaning the bathrooms and checking members in is fucking beaten off in the locker room or fucking checking out his teenage crushes on TikTok or whatever. Like, this isn't like a C-suite memo. This is going to like whatever minimum wage employees are at the front desk, maybe trainers and stuff like that, like very, very low skill labor individuals. Okay. So I want to just keep, this is not like the CEO and the founders and the chairman of the board. And like, it's not that level of, it's just this one location, right? It's just giving, hey, for all of you guys that are still going through puberty and fucking haven't graduated high school yet, or you're in college and this is your side job, let's just make sure we have some parameters and some rules in case these dudes come kicking in the door like fucking SEAL Team 6. And I know they're not, or I've been told they're not. I've been told they're like, they hired, like they found random people and gave them guns. I don't know what's true. I don't know what's true. Again, I don't follow anything. But if regardless of whether they have a zero training or they're fucking a career, these guys come in and you've seen the photos of them. Like it's an intimidating look, right? Imagine that like 17-year-old kid shitting his pants when fucking 9 ICE guys walk in and maybe he's a little mixed and he's like, oh shit, they're going to think I'm fucking illegal and carry me. Like, I get why they want, especially the younger kids, Gen Z or whoever they have working there, whatever it may be, to fucking have a conversation. And this is Texas. So is it fair to say that there's likely a handful of Hispanic individuals working there? Maybe, possibly, right? Like, so ICE Visit and Raid Front Desk Quick Reference. For front desk and reception staff, keep by desk for emergencies. All right. So 1, call immediately the manager and ICE liaison. Whoever the fucking, I don't know what an ICE liaison is. Our company policy is to cooperate with any law enforcement officer. This was one of the things that got people so riled up. Our company policy is to cooperate with any law enforcement officer. And again, I know there's a ton of blue-haired people out there that are fucking super angry and, trying to drive their fucking Chevy Astros into these ICE vehicles and get out like it's fucking, the 2026 version of Braveheart and have a rebellion against these guys with guns that, seem like they're kind of on one. They're on the edge. And why wouldn't you cooperate? Like, and when you cooperate, it's not like you're not fucking, giving up Anne Frank in the goddamn attic. You're not like, there's a bunch of them back there. Like, you're not doing that. You're just saying you're letting them in. You're not jumping in front of them. You're not getting in their way. You're not interfering. I have no problem with that. Like, Is there a single company, a single gym out there who has a company policy? Please interfere with police officers if you don't like what they're doing. If you think they're being duty heads, get up in their grill and take your fucking skill set and see if you can diffuse this entire situation. No, sit your fucking blue ass hair down and just let this happen. Like, what are you gonna do? I don't understand the vigilante. Like every liberal, or again, I don't know enough about politics to get into name calling. I'm just going with the common terms that I do hear when I poke my little head out into the what's going on in the world. Individuals who don't agree, let's just not call them any groups. Individuals who don't agree with ICE. What in the fuck are, like, I don't understand this vigilantism where they're all Batman all of a sudden and like gonna fight the bad guys. And it blows my fucking mind. Like, I don't agree with a lot of shit I've seen. I wouldn't fucking step up as a civilian and go toe to toe with a dude with an automatic rifle. Like, and a fucking bulletproof vest on. I don't know. Maybe I just have a level of self-preservation or an IQ level that just kind of, is like, ooh, that's fire. Don't touch that, right? We just have this primal self-preservation mechanism, and some people don't fucking have it. Anyway, what to expect during a raid? Agents may arrive suddenly, okay, with several officers inside and outside, okay? So they're going to storm the gates. These agents might come in. They may block exits in order to know when to leave. Follow orders. Why is that a bad thing? Like, what are you going to do? If three jacked huge dudes with guns and all the things and helmets or whatever the fuck other intimidating, like shit, fucking grenades, batons, I don't know what they got. If they're standing in front of the door, what is your fucking front desk person going to do? Even if you had all the jacked personal trainers, are we going to have like a fucking West Side Story fucking, fucking showdown and get good after it? We're going to have a Donneybrook in the fucking lobby of Crunch with the guys with guns? Guys, grab a kettlebell. Let's fucking take, like, again, it makes me think of like movies like Braveheart or The Patriot where like, the peasants rise up against the king. Like, I don't recommend it. I get it. I know you just fucking watch Braveheart and you're pumped or whatever it fucking is. I don't recommend it. And if I own the company, I'm telling my employees, I don't want you to get shot. I don't want anything bad to happen to you. We may not agree with it, but like, you have to let this thing occur, because otherwise, like, there's no winning there. I don't know if you guys have seen the little bit of the news I've seen, and the woman who was killed, and then there was the nurse, the male that was also killed. Like, I haven't heard of any ICE agents dying. Like, the scoreboard isn't great for those people. Like, I don't know whether it was right or wrong, or I don't know if they interfered or they didn't. I wasn't there. All I'm saying is, like, I'm not going to go fuck with a lion or run with the bulls. If I see a bear out in the North Carolina wilderness, I'm not going to go poke him and fucking try to take a selfie. Like, I just have a level of self-preservation that I just curious, like, even if you fucking hate something, like you hate it, there's also like, I don't know. I just have this thing where I'm like, what do you think you're going to do by getting up in their face or preventing them or blocking them in? Like, are you going to make a change? No, they're still getting that fucking whoever it is they came for. You're not going to win. And again, if it's like, well, I'm a martyr, I'm the Jesus Christ, and I'm William Wallace, and I've got my fucking, my purple paint on my face, and I'm going to fucking lay down my life for this. I mean, then more power to you. You're an adult. You can do whatever the fuck you want. I just don't recommend it. If it were my employees, I would tell them, no, don't get involved. What do I need? A fucking shooting? Like, again, what if they interfere and one of these guys that are fucking, obviously trigger happy or what, would they fucking kill an employee in my Crunch? Like, that is the worst thing to happen. And I don't know, there's people out there that are like, no, the worst thing would be complicit and to allow them to take Jose. And like, no, I'm not getting involved. The lead officer will usually give you or another employee a search warrant, okay? Some officers may question staff members. Raids can last hours. Stay calm and follow steps below. Raids can be about members or employees. The steps are the same regardless, okay? Your role, stay calm, call the right people, don't interfere, keep members calm and tell them not to interfere. To the extent they become agitated, remind them to keep calm and not interfere. Now, again, these aren't like great tactics. Like telling a bunch of people who are obviously maybe in your membership anti-ice, who are going to get riled up and have dumbbells and kettlebells and plates at their disposal. Like, we can all see the fucking fisticuffs that could potentially happen inside of a gym. You ever seen Punisher 2 on Netflix? There's a scene where like Rogue Fitness paid for the entire scene, but the Punisher goes in and beats up all these Russian mobsters inside of a gym using nothing but gym equipment. He kills like fucking a dozen guys. It's an awesome fucking scene for gyms. It's a great fucking Rogue ad. It's Rogue everything in there. All right. Do not give false information or guess answers. Do not hide employees or members from officers. That whole Anne Frank joke I made a second ago, like they're literally calling that out. Like, don't do that. Do not argue, run, or block officers. Do not shred, delete, or hide documents. What documents would they have to hide? Do not let press or cameras inside. Now, that's the one, like, don't let, like, so I don't love this where they're like saying, like, hey, let the officers come in. But if there's a fucking douche with a camera out there, you get up in there and you do not let him in. You block the door. Like, that seems a little silly. Like, too, like, if a bunch of guys with cameras from WCTV show up, I don't know, fuck it, they're here too. Like, we let these guys in, let those guys in, let them fucking film it. Then there's video proof of what actually happened here. So, fuck it, I don't like that one. I think that's ridiculous. Step 1, stay calm and polite. Say, I'll get my manager for you. I fucking hate to be the crunch manager. Employees on the gym floor should not interfere with any officer. Be polite and indicate you'll get a manager. Do not lie to any officer. Again, not lying to officers and not interfering with officers. Again, I know everyone's like, these aren't real officers. They're fake and they're rent-a-cops or something. Like, I get it. And I would just say, like, just dudes with guns and armored cars and shields and masks, like, just in general, I wouldn't get tough guy with. No public versus private areas. Public gym floor, blah, blah, blah. Private offices, staff room, back hallways, locked. Generally, any place that requires a keypad is private. Officers can enter public areas freely. So I think that's interesting to know. Like, they have private areas that these guys can't enter. I guess maybe that's like a law. Private areas usually require a warrant or manager consent. You are not authorized to consent to private areas. Always. So this sounds very reasonable if that's the law, and I don't know it, but apparently maybe they looked into it. I'm assuming maybe they asked a lawyer, or this was all just done on chat. These private, we're not allowing them the private. So the front door is public. Anybody can come and go out of the front door, right? But the private areas, we're not allowed to let them in. So it's not like it was they're saying like, just invite them in, get them a nice refreshment, get them a fit aid, see if they'd like to see the new cardio deck, right? Direct them to all the people with year-round tans and dark hair. No, that's not what they're saying. They're fucking saying like, hey, they're coming in publicly and they've got a search warrant. You got to let them, but don't let them into any private offices or anything like that. I think that's completely reasonable. If shown a warrant, ask politely to see it. What fucking front desk kid, if someone put a warrant in front of his face, would be like, yep. Oh, that's a warrant. All right. That's a warrant if I've ever seen one. Yeah. Thank you, Carl. Here, you can have that back. No, like they're going to fucking be like, it's a piece of paper and they'd be shitting their pants. They're going to be scared. This would be incredibly intimidating, right? They're literally sitting there counting down the hours to where they can just fucking go home and play Xbox, and these guys fucking show up and fuck up the day. If shown a warrant, ask politely to see it. Ask for a copy or a clear photo if allowed. Do not fight if they refuse to provide copy or pictures. Again, this all seems like really basic survival don't do's. I don't understand what the fucking issue is, but let's go see what the internet had to say, because this was just silly. Like, let's see if I can zoom in here. Boop, 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 boop. So this was on the post that Crunch made, where they were like, hey, we are... How do I zoom up and down now? Boom. Can I zoom up and down here? Okay, here we go. So, Paul Paul Kane, I see ice sled in my gym and I'm canceling on the spot. End of story. Well, Paul, listen, you have that right. You can cancel your gym for actually any reason whatsoever. Emily Dunn, 27, without a warrant, private businesses aren't required to allow ICE access to private spaces. Anything past the front desk requires a membership and is private. Stand on business, Crunch. Your gyms are crowded enough without any extrajudicial police force terrorizing members and employees. This woman just, did she just conflate how busy the gym is? And like, this gym's busy enough. We don't need a bunch of ICE officers adding a bunch of crowding by the squat rack, Crunch. Okay. It's way too crowded near the fucking Stairmasters. Don't let these guys in because it's too crowded. And I wonder who Emily, maybe she's a lawyer. She's probably a lawyer. Generally, when people make comments on the internet, they're generally highly educated people. Let's see. Crunch is a private business and they can deny access to that is the law. There's a lot of lawyers that go to Crunch. A lot of lawyers like that $40, $50 mid-tier price membership. Sounds like a big throw up of noodle soup words. I was not intending on canceling my membership since I was in California, but now I'm definitely canceling. This is a BS statement. This is why these like these posts that you make when you're trying to like PR this, I just think they're so tone deaf. I think a video would provide tonality. I think it would give more, and I don't think it should be super scripted. I think it should be like having someone interview you, right? Like a neutral third party asking you questions so you can explain the situation. And I think that's what allows people to kind of really feel out. If you want to use like the long form podcasting thing that's obviously gotten super popular, like a la Joe Rogan, I think the one thing that's a lot of people that have found in long form content, within a period of time, you start to be able to relate to the person. You can't relate to this post. You don't know who wrote it. You don't know what tone it's being said. But if they did like a 60-minute interview conversation about this, if I'm Crunch, and again, I know it's hard because like you're afraid of saying the wrong thing and maybe the margin of error is too great that way. But I don't know. For me, that's probably what I would go with. Because again, you just kind of stand on, listen, we didn't know what to do. Like we don't, like they said it really well. We don't stand with this. The purpose was preparedness and safety. It's not participation or partnership. We just don't want our fucking employees or members to get shot. I don't understand how anybody could argue with that unless they want to make this like really cunty fucking statement. Like, no, you should have fucking fought them and fight the power and like rage against the machine in the background. Like, get the fuck out of here. Jim Brenna said, nah. You can kiss my Mexican ass. You go, Jim Brenna. You go. I'm an instructor, and if ICE is allowed to enter my location, I quit on the spot. Well, I guess nobody's teaching body pump today past the Pinot. This is just some of you, dude. Instagram names are wild. Whatever happened to just like a play on your name? Past the Pinot. Jackie. The Les Mills body pump instructor is an alcoholic. Jackie Hollyrocks. Allowing them through your door is a choice. Stand on business and protect the people who allow you to have a paycheck. I just like, I wouldn't say it's a choice. Like again, you would barricade the glass. Like, I don't know. I haven't seen it go really well, at least on the videos you see on the internet of people who are fighting this, right? Like I've talked to people who actually belong to like ICE warning groups where they'll do the whistles and the phone calls and they'll work with the individuals who are being taken and they'll translate and they'll be like, tell them, give them the right, or like they'll try to help out. And I think that's an incredibly noble and amazing thing to do. To put yourself in those situations, have to deal with that on whatever frequency you do. But there's also just this element of like people wanting Crunch to band together and start a revolution and fight, like literally fight. And it blows me away. Better not let them in without a membership card. This somehow pissed off both the pro and anti-ICE crowd. I don't know who it pissed off. I mean, like, I get it. Like, again, if this happened and people got taken away, I mean, that'd be an emotionally shitty fucking day for everybody. But if let's say this business did not even say didn't prepare their employees or anything, and then something bad happened, right? Some fucking, 19-year-old kid who's working the front desk and he's been taking Brazilian jiu-jitsu for fucking 3 weeks, right? And he's all hopped up off the last weekend's UFC fight. He fucking tries to go toe to toe and he gets hurt or worse. Then everyone would be bitching and shit on Crunch because they didn't do enough to prepare them. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. And this is the hardest thing about like crisis communication and PR communications and things like this. You're never going to make everybody happy. And honestly, and here's the deal though. It's like, well, you got to obsess about the customer and the customer's always right. And I don't believe that at all. I don't believe the customer's always right. I've never been a proponent of that ever, ever, ever. I'm obsessed about customer experience, but I do not believe the customer's always right. They have less information and less experience providing the service. How could they be right? Right? Just because they want something, right? It's like you've never had a toddler or a child who just fucking wanted something. You're like, no, you can't fucking eat 17 pixie sticks before dinner. But I want it. And the customer's always right. Like, no, like I know it's better for you. And there's again, like gym owners, business owners, there's times where your clients want shit and you're like, no, that's not what you need. I'm not going to give it to you. No. I just don't believe the customer's always right. Sounds like a big throw up of noodle soup words. That's my favorite so far. Let's see what else. This statement doesn't make it feel like a space for everyone. Technically it is. Technically they're saying that Crunch is and always has been a place for everyone. Well, technically, by definition, ICE people would be everyone. So, yeah, are there, here's a question I have, and I don't know the answer. Maybe somebody that way. Are there any Hispanic ICE agents? Plot twist. Like, I don't know. Like, is that wild? Does that happen? That'd be fucked. I mean, kind of fucked up, but I'm curious if there's any. Like, I don't know. I don't have these answers. I wonder if chat does. WPB Monster, is WPB World Professional Bowling. They canceled 7 memberships. The whole family's going to Planet Fitness now. Here's the deal. Are you going to go to Planet Fitness and be like, what's your ICE policy? And they're like, don't hit them, punch them, block them, whatever. And they're like, I'm not going here either. Looks like a lot of people are going to be getting home gyms because I don't see a lot of businesses saying like, nope, we are going to forcibly restrain and prevent and push back and interfere with ICE. What fucking business is going to do that? I don't know what people want. So guys, that's, I didn't get through everything I wanted to, but it's late and I need to finish this Guinness and go to bed. Guys, I'd be real curious. What do you think? Leave a comment somewhere. I don't know where this is going to be. Leave a comment on something and tell me what you think. And I think this is going to be something we might see more of. Like if there's ICE raids, like if you're a gym owner right now, answer me this, riddle me this, fuckface. What are you doing? What are you doing? Like you're a gym in Tempe, Arizona. What are you fucking doing if ICE comes in? Like, are you going to send out a proactive kind of thing? If you do, what is your policy going to say? I'd love to hear this. And if anyone's got something, they want to come on the podcast and jam on this, we can book that. We'll get that done. All right. Until I talk to you in the next podcast, have a great fucking day.